welcome to the Album Man, and today I'm going to be doing my first part of Dio Week. So it's a bit late and appearing on Tuesday instead of Monday, so there'll just be 2 Dio related reviews today, I hope. And I'm going to start off with I'm doing chronological order, and I got this a bit wrong in my weekend preview, but I'm starting with Rainbow's Rising. Okay, and as you can see here, this is the deluxe edition, but I'll be talking more about that near towards the end. So, this is Rainbow's second studio album, and it was released in February 1976. So let me just give you a bit of background knowledge about Rainbow. So this was, Dio's first prop band, band to do any recordings, was called the Elves. And the members from that band then, went on to form Elf. And they recorded a few albums together. Probably the most famous is Carolina County Ball. And then what happened was Ritchie Blackmore, the former Deep Purple guitarist, asked Elf if they would like to join him and form a band called Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. And Elf agreed to this, and Ritchie Blackmore replaced Elf's guitarist. So they came up with Rainbow. And the first album they released was self-titled, so it's called Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. And Ritchie really liked Dio's voice, and he wanted to do another album with him, but he wanted to get rid of the rest of the musicians. So he sacked everyone except for Dio, and replaced the Elf members with Jimmy Bain on bass, Tony Carey on keyboards, and Cozy Powell on drums. And this is the lineup we find for Rainbow's Rising, their second album. So let's go through the track listing. Tower Woman, Run with the Wolf, Starstruck, Do You Close Your Eyes, Stargazer, and A Light in the Black. Only 6 songs on this album, but you certainly, you're not going to be complaining there's too little when you've heard this album. So, it starts off with Tower Woman, and this starts off with some keyboards by Tony for the first minute before Blackmore's guitar riff comes in, which starts quietly and builds up, and we then hear an angel singing as he descends from the heavens to sing on this track, in the form of a man named Ronnie James Dio, and his voice is as magnificent as ever on this song. The song has a really great chorus, of course, and an amazing solo from Blackmore. It's truly epic. And you really wonder why only 2 songs from this album were ever made it to a live set, which were One with the Wolf, which has One with the Wolf, and Stargazer. I think it was One with the Wolf, or not. No, it was Do You Close Your Eyes and Stargazer. But Tower Woman, great opening track. Then we get to One with the Wolf, and this has a really cool driving riff from Ritchie on top of a great beat from Cozy Powell, who is a really skilled drummer. I even have one of his solo albums on vinyl, Tilt, I think. I haven't listened to it yet though. And of course the highlight of One with the Wolf is the vocals. The chorus of this song, it just always sends shivers down my spine. It's just wonderful. It's my second favourite song from this album, and it truly is special. I also think it's one of Dio's greatest vocal performances. It's a spectacular song. Then track 3 is Starstruck, and this has such a great keyboard riff at the beginning, and again, such a great guitar riff. Ritchie Blackmore is such a skilled guitarist, and he really demonstrates it on this album. Again, this song features another fantastic catchy chorus, and this is classic rock at its best. If you can't at least appreciate the talent in this song, then you don't call yourself a rock fan, because this is one of the finest examples of rock, and this is just an album track. It's just track 3, it's an album track, not a single at all. I mean, yeah, and then we get to Do You Close Your Eyes, and this is, as I said, one of the 2 songs to actually make it into the live set, so clearly they rated this song highly. And as soon as you hear the beginning of the riff, you know that it's going to be a classic song. And does it disappoint? I mean, hell no. This is Rainbow at their peak, and the song continues the consistency of this album. Now, I say frequently that, albums are consistent in quality, like Dragon Force is the Power Within. But, this album sounds like it's a best of Rainbow. Simple as, because every song sounds like it could and should have been a single. And this is another outstanding song, but compared to the next song on this album, it's a pile of crap, to be honest, because the next song is one of Rock's greatest songs, which is the legendary Stargazer, which starts out with an awesome drum fill by Cozy Powell before going into a fantastic riff and groove. And then the God Among Men that is Ronnie James Dio's voice sings, and you just know this song is going to be epic, especially as it comes in at 8 minutes. This is just one of rock's finest moments and music's finest moments. If you don't know this song, then click off this video, go on the search bar at the top and type it in. This song, it's beautiful, magnificent, stunning and spellbinding. If you want a dictionary definition of the word epic, then this is it. It just has every component you want in a good rock song, done to perfection. The drums are amazing, the bass is really good, the keyboards are spectacular, the guitar is mesmerising, and the vocals, wow, they are the greatest any man has ever heard. Do not dare call yourself a rock fan until you can appreciate the phenomenalness of this song. This is one of, if not Dio's greatest vocal performances. It's truly astonishing. And then we get to A Light in the Black, the last track on the album. And this track, it's often overshadowed by the phenomenal Stargazer. And it's a shame, because this track really does hold its own. Coming in at 8 minutes itself, it really holds stiff competition against Stargazer. It has another classic Blackmore riff that reminds you why it's such a shame that he only plays the lute nowadays. And this song also features probably the best keyboards on the album. And Tony Carey is just truly phenomenal on this song. I think the keyboards on this song are up there with Peter Barden's on Lady Fantasy by Camel. The standout performance though in this song has to be Ritchie Blackmore's guitar solo. It's the best on the album. It's a very, very good guitar solo. And pretty epic. It goes on for a good minute odd, so really good guitar solo. And of course Dio's voice is as good as ever, and overall it's an exceptionally strong conclusion to an exceptionally strong album. So, I believe that Rainbow's Rising is one of the finest examples of rock music available. This is a classic album that every rock fan should own, and it features some of the greatest vocal work of all time. If you don't own this album, really do pick up the deluxe edition. I got this for £6 in a local music store called Quicksilver Music in Southport. Absolute bargain for the deluxe edition. And the deluxe edition, it has the New York and LA mix of the album. It was I think they were in LA, they mixed it and they weren't happy. So they flew to the other side of America to get it remixed. And this also has a second disc which is full of previously unreleased bonus tracks, and yeah, they're really nice. It's a really nice thing to have as a fan. So, if you do own this album, play it loud today and praise Ronnie James Dio, who died 2 years ago on Wednesday. And if you can't already tell, this album gets a 10 out of 10 from me. So, long live rock and roll, and that's what I'm going to be reviewing later today, I think. And, of course, in general, long live rock and roll.